It's in here. We got some good news finally. I moved these pair back into this box so that they would get a bit more privacy, and the old boy here, he doesn't have to compete with all the younger cockbirds, and you know, he can just relax and not have to fight. So I just want him to be stress-free, and hopefully this round that he produces some fertile eggs, because the previous round wasn't, and it's not his fault. I think it was that was their first round, and you know, he's only just sort of moved into this loft and settled and whatnot. So hopefully now that he is settled, this egg is fertile. I'm hoping it is. I tell you, she just laid it probably like 10 minutes ago. I was just starting about coming to clean it out, and I seen her hop in there. I was like, oh, just wait a minute and then clean it out, and I come back in and she'd laid that egg. So I'm pretty happy. Like, I'm actually really happy. So hopefully this is fertile, and hopefully she'll lay that the other one a couple of days time, and I'm just crossing my fingers that it's fertile, because I really want to get at least one from this pair into Pattaya. I think it's a really good shot for us, combining two of the more successful bloodlines, and you know, just trying to line up as many ducks as possible. If we're going to do it, we'll try our best. So who knows, you know, it's probably a 1 in 10,000 chance of winning, probably even higher, but you've got to be in it to win it. So we're, you know, trying to line everything up as best as possible for that to happen. Okay, let's have a look in here. So where do we start? Nothing going on up in here at the moment. I just gave this a quick scrape out as well. Birds are just cruising. I have paired these two up to see if they wanted to do anything, but I'm not holding any hypes up at the moment, because if we was going to get some eggs out of these ones in the next couple of days, that falls in that period where we could enter one of these in Pattaya as well, which I think would be pretty cool, but we'll just play it by ear. Nothing might happen, so you know, got to do what we can do. This is the last bit of breeding that's going on anyway. It's only just for Pattaya birds, and I was really hoping that these ones would have lined up, but my rings have not turned up yet. I'm holding on hope that they do. Let me bring this one up here for a second, because we've got this big fella here, which I reckon is the cockbird. I did put a ring on him yesterday, which is one of ours, so it's not all wasted. That's just one of my race rings. What's going on there, buddy? But yeah, we'll just wait and see. And then all I've got is this little one over the back here, which is a hen, which I've heard hens do quite well in one loft racing. So I thought, you know, she might do well. If you've heard that, put some comments down below. Let me know your feedbacks. But if this one, my rings don't turn up tomorrow in the post, this one's going to get a ring on it as well. So just one of my race rings, and I've missed these two because I would have really loved to have got one of these 83 babies into there, but didn't really pan out that way. But you know, they are a bit late now to make the race team, but that's fine. I'm just going to have a little group of birds left over that we can race next year, which is good. I really do want to try and focus on some older birds for racing. We just don't seem to have a lot left over here because the racing conditions are pretty tough. But this guy here and his nestmate, they will also be a little bit too young. I've cut off my race team now, but I will keep these ones, like I said just before, and train these up, and we'll definitely toss this little group that we've got and try, and I'd love to get some birds ready for next season that we can take out to the end of the freeway, which is like 70 or 80 kilometers, and do that a few times. And once I know they're sort of comfortable there, and we thin out a few that don't make it, it'd just be really nice to start a season with some really well educated birds that are just not babies, because it is tough work, and especially next year I'll most likely be working a lot more. So I feel like older birds are going to be a lot less work, but he's pretty much ready to come out, and he's such a beautiful color as well. I haven't bred one like this before. I'd say some kind of slatey thing. He's got some beautiful wings. I don't know what I'm going to call him though, but hopefully he'll go across soon and we can start loft flying him. But he's a lot darker than he comes across on the camera. Beautiful little bird. So we'll see. I am really interested in some older birds for racing. What's she doing down there? She's laid a second egg today. I'll probably take those ones out. I just had these ones lined up just in case. I'm going to take her across to the flying loft. over the next few days. Just like I said, I was doing a bit different at work over the next few months. So these 2 eggs here are from the Pattaya pair, and you can kind of tell, even just by, you can kind of see they're a little bit translucent. They've been in there a week now. There's definitely no action in those. You can see, I don't know how well we'll probably be able to see that, but you can see there's definitely nothing going on there. I candled those ones last night, and I'm very confident that, you know, there's just a clear yolk in them. So the big boy didn't do it this time. Hopefully this round the egg just laid. Those next round will be fertile, because I'll tell you what, this is going to be interesting. It's a bit of a, what am I putting them back in there for? We'll keep them out. Yeah, it will just be super exciting if we can get the next round fertile and one of those babies to Pattaya. And it'd be even better if it makes it to the first race in Pattaya. That's a big step. Makes it all the way, I'll be super stoked. Right, so the older fellas, they're getting ready. They're actually really keen for a fly. Just got in here, gave a bit of a clean out. So I did let these guys out yesterday. Briefly, they were out for a bit, and then I called them in. I'm pretty happy with that for their first time out. I will get them out again today, but firstly I will fly this bunch. There's the naughty one that took forever to come back in. He's really starting to get on my nerves, that one. But these ones will go out for a fly in a minute. Just, they're getting pretty excited. And here's the other bunch. And they are all looking good. I'm pretty happy how this little bunch has turned out. I'm putting a lot of emphasis and focus on these guys to get them moving really quickly. So they are ready. We've still got like 3 months before the first race. Just over 3 months. So we really need to get them moving, get them up flying, and then start tossing them probably 3 or 4 weeks before that race season. But they're pretty keen. You guys aren't coming out yet. The older birds first. And that is just to make sure there's no falcons out here waiting, because if I lose all you guys in one go, I'll be pretty unhappy. We're getting a bit of progress on them. They are molting, and we've had some hot weather, so I'm pretty happy how they're starting to get together. These old ones don't need much work now. They just need to go through the molt, and then we catch up the other group which we're working on, and then we'll just get them all out together in probably a few weeks, hopefully. And then it's 100% focused on those first few races. We need to get the birds there, get ready for those tosses, because they're going to start soon. Ooh-wee. Still one outside. Come on. Who is this one? You need to learn how to use a trap. Come on. Oh, we're getting there slowly. Oh, crow. What's he doing? Come on. Come on, don't miss out. Good job. Now the other one's getting pretty excited, so I'm going to let those ones out, but what I'm going to do is just open up that trap and just let them come out themselves, and I'll call them back in. I don't want them going too far just yet. I don't want to be chasing so many young birds. There's so many in there, it's unreal. So let's get those ones out. Alright, so there was a whole bunch of them out. They're coming in and out, have a bit of a flap, come back in. They're probably, I'm trying to keep them a little bit hungry, just so I don't have them going too far. So I'm just going to leave this open. I'm actually not pushing them out this time, because they have had this open bit with the trapping box on there for a while. So, you know, there's some flying up on the roof now as well. See, there's one there. Just let them have a bit of a play around. And then I'll bring some food in, because some of them don't really want to go out just yet. And I'm not pushing them because I don't have a lot of time after work. But this weekend I'll get a lot more time and get them out, which is good. You can see they're just coming in and out. This is what I want. This is good. I'm more reassured here. Hey buddy, come on. Come on, see if we can get some hand feeding going on with these ones. I actually haven't done it with these little babies yet. Come on. Come on. Come on. So the last little one to come in here is this little red checker, I think, by the looks of it. Hopefully he knows what's going on. Oh yes, good job, good job. Come on, come on, in you go. Yeah, so hopefully this weekend I'll put the bobs down, do a bit more bob training, but tell you what, definitely a lot of work. Like I was saying, I want older birds next year, because all these here, we pretty much bred all these this year, and just with the amount of work that I'm going to be doing, I need to get a little bit smarter with these guys, and hopefully we can utilize some older birds in the coming year. So it's definitely something I want to focus on. If you've got some experience on that, put some comments down below. I've never sort of really had to deal with many old birds before. How do you go about it? Do you breed them, hold them back for a year and just toss them, keep them out of the race season and then race them in the next year, or whatever? Just let me know, because I feel like that is something I want to lean more towards, where I can just go to a race and just enter like 4 or 5 birds that are older and experienced. So let me know, put some comments down below, and I will see you in the next video.